Tennis is not a sport. Tennis is divine punishment. Folks, this is Doc Phoenix with all the Marios, and I have just finished Tennis Hell Part 1. I am now convinced 100% that tennis was invented by the Greek god Hades as a backup punishment in case Sisyphus became too content pushing his boulder.
Yeah, what does that make Mario Tennis?
It is the embodiment, the physical embodiment of that divine punishment.
Oh.
So we've just spent the last month going through tournaments. And for now, we're done with tournaments. I say for now because we haven't done any of the transfer characters yet. But, so first things first, we're going to take a moment aside to just look at all of the little ending cutscenes. Because, you know, you, my co-commenter I am pointing at, have not seen most of them, and they are all that really counts as story in this game. And there are some interesting things in there that I feel like I would like to discuss. So,
okay.
Let us just... Alright, so, here we are. So, we already saw the Mario ending. This is just, you know, Wario shows up to steal Mario's trophy. But the interesting thing here, you can't just make a warp pipe appear anywhere. That had to have been built into the podium. So Wario set this up in advance, being, you know, head of the gaming commission, just to steal Mario's trophy in case Mario actually won a trophy ever.
Oh boy, Luigi wins.
Meanwhile, with Luigi, now, Waluigi doesn't understand warp pipes. He can't set that up. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. He's an Earthman. So he bribes a tournament official to just swoop in and swipe a trophy from Luigi.
Just kind of tripped.
Just very upset. Meanwhile, if, you know, they actually win, nothing really bad happens. Wario trips over himself being too excited, but otherwise it's just fine. He gets his trophy. Waluigi, this is a very interesting one, because it gives Waluigi so much personality.
I'm a number one. Look, I'm a dame. I'm a scene. I'm so happy.
So happy. But not really. He only cares about making Luigi sad. Winning the trophy doesn't mean anything to him. It's only meaningful if he's made someone else the loser.
What?
Meanwhile, over here, we have what I assume is the princess once again abusing powerful celestial magics to just have levitation powers whenever the fuck she wants. Daisy's scene is an interesting contrast with Waluigi's, because Daisy is a pre-existing character, but she doesn't really have any personality. And she doesn't really get any personality. Like, she trips and is clumsy and is, like, tee-hee.
But so far, everybody's been clumsy, so...
Yeah, that's been a pretty running thing. Waluigi gets so much personality, and others not so much. Baby Mario here is not large enough to carry a trophy, because he is small and a baby. And this makes him sad. But then Yoshi's here. Yoshi's his friend. He's gonna hold the trophy for him. And yeah, that is his bum. And Mario learns to abuse Yoshis at an early age.
Indeed.
Also, ground pound. That is the first, earliest instance in Mario's life of performing a ground pound.
And it happens in some sort of temporal paradox.
Meanwhile, when Yoshi actually wins, he just eats whatever's put in front of him, because that's what Yoshis do. And is surprised that he can make a gold egg. Does that gold egg hatch into a gold Yoshi?
Who knows?
Certainly not Yoshi. He was shocked by this. Toad is very happy to have won something ever.
And is almost good at juggling.
By the way, toads reproduce via spores?
I thought...
And they plant and grow very quickly? even in, like, podium and wood?
Must be why there's so many of them.
Meanwhile, Birdo is just a terrorist and hates the Lakitu cameraman, but the Lakitu cameraman can deflect Birdo's explosive eggs?
Possibly with spiny eggs.
So, that's an interesting little thing, that Birdo hates the Lakitu media empire. Donkey Kong, meanwhile, doesn't give a shit about gold if it's not in the shape of a banana. When a paratrooper wins, like, all of the Koopas just come together and celebrate together. It's like this big happy time. It's like, hey, finally the Koopas are receiving some kind of recognition, and we've won
it's
something.
Not just Bowser.
We're not just the foot soldiers of the Koopa Bowser Empire.
Boos, however, seem to perform some sort of ritual.
So this is when Bowser wins. For some reason, the Boos are haunting his trophy before he shows up and flames them away. So, I guess there's just some ghosts that follow Bowser around and haunt him occasionally. And
they make good bodyguards, except
fire.
that they can't take bullets.
This is what happens when the actual Boo wins. Just, you know, there's got all the mini Boos come together.
Having fun.
That's all of the starting characters. Those are the two unlockable characters.
Oh.
Like Donkey Kong Jr. He's very happy to win a trophy. And look, he gets a nice little family moment with his son Donkey Kong.
So we have to remember Donkey Kong Jr.
Remember that Donkey Kong Jr. is Cranky Kong's son.
Yeah.
And then we have a Shy Guy. Just a Shy Guy, who apparently can transform into a Fly Guy in a moment of pure elation.
Now, what?
So, that's just things that can happen. And that's all of the endings. That's all of the story that this game has. The main thing that I want to point out with that, among all of the various weird shit that we have seen regarding Toad physiology and Shy Guy physiology, just Waluigi. His reaction, I think, supports our theory that he's just an Earth businessman. Because among wealthy people, that's like a common, among capitalism in general, that's kind of a common idea that you only win by making others lose.
Mm-hmm.
So when Luigi isn't really devastated, when he doesn't really care that he lost, Waluigi finds that, well, if he's not the loser, then I'm the loser. And that makes me angry. So that, I think that kind of plays further into the theory. So, anyway, that's all for tournaments for now. Just gonna load up a 2-player thing. Just grab and pick a thing. We're just gonna fuck around with some 2-player mode.
Okay, I don't know how to play this game, so...
Yeah, just pick whatever. Waluigi's pretty good, because he's got long arms. I'm gonna be Donkey Kong Jr. So, there is a couple of additional modes. We'll go through the modes that you can actually play multiplayer, and then I'll show off the last couple single-player things. So, Ring Shot. Ring Shot is weird.
Okay.
Also, here's a quick thing to show off. I've unlocked a bunch of different courts by doing various things. So that's like one of the big things that you unlock through just doing a lot of stuff. You start out with these the first 4: the hard court, the clay court, and the grass court we saw in the tournaments. There's also the composition court, which is another one that you just start out with. It is the very hard mode court where the ball goes the fastest, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Mario Brothers court.
Weak bounce.
Yeah, weak bounce, fast speed. Baby Mario and Yoshi court. The private court of longtime pals Baby Mario and Yoshi. They have a private tennis court.
What?
for this time-traveling baby and Yoshi. This doesn't say it's Mario and Luigi's private court. It says that it's their court, but it's not private. This one is specifically a private court.
Huh.
The Wario and Waluigi court. Power and cunning unite. Where it has a slow ball speed but extreme bounce. Donkey Kong court, it's his own court. Deep in the jungle. This is just a court on the Kong Isles. I guess. Oh, this is Mario and Luigi's private court at Peach's Castle. Ah, there we go. Okay.
Wait, then what was the first one?
It was the Mario and Luigi court. This is the Mario Brothers court. They're different.
Yes.
The Birdo and Yoshi court. They share a court on Yoshi's. Birdo lives on Yoshi's Island now, I guess.
I guess.
Or at least like has some kind of landownings there.
Huh.
Or she's got to be some kind of major presence on Yoshi's Island.
Maybe she moved in with Yoshi.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, that's all of the courts that we've unlocked. That's everything that you can unlock without the Game Boy Color game. There's a lot of more unlockables with the transfer pack stuff. So we'll see that later. But let's actually load up and check out Ring Shot. So for Ring Shot mode, you're not actually trying to play tennis, really. I'm just sort of fucking around here. So, A and B are the buttons that you push to swing. But you're trying to get the ball through the rings, is kind of the goal here. And, when, like, for each ring that it passes through, you see that the ring counter goes up over there? And whenever a player scores, they score the rings that were collected. It's not like you get the standard tennis scoring. You score for however many rings the ball passed through during that volley. So your goal is to, you know, run up the ring counter first by just doing simple volleys aiming for the rings, and then try to, you know, get the ball to actually, you know, miss the opponent's score.
Okay.
And the serve goes kind of back and forth. Each player will serve twice in a row, once on either side of the court. And it goes up to whatever number of rings you specified. And we have now changed what side of the court we're on, because that's a thing that you do in tennis.
Because
Maybe the wind is one direction and you want to make sure... That's not a thing in this game, by the way. There's no wind in this game. But, like, maybe you want to not have the camera... Because you can't really have the camera dynamic or always facing one player. In this, when you have multiplayer, it's always got to be behind one player and in front of another. It's just how it goes. Yeah, you are getting a glimpse at the weirdness of how the controls of this game work. I tried to explain throughout all of the things, and I don't think I did a very good job of how... It's just fucking bizarre. It does not feel sensible a lot of the time. And just, even when you understand what the controls are supposed to be, unexpected things happen constantly. This game is just not predictable. So, this is Ring Shot. It's a game mode. It doesn't have to be multiplayer, but it can be multiplayer.
it doesn't seem good.
No! No. No. And you can try again or not. You don't have to. So the other mode is going to be a lot more interesting, I think. Because the other mode is Bowser Stage.
What?
So...
Use items?
Yeah, so based on what I saw in the manual, this is what if Mario Kart was tennis?
Okay.
Or possibly what if tennis was Mario Kart? We're gonna do a one set, just
Okay.
not going this long.
What?
So this court apparently tilts. Yeah, I have not seen this yet, so this is new on me. But yeah, I know from the manual that you hit it through the boxes and you get an item. And I'm not sure how to use the item. Let's
I'm fast.
Okay, by pressing R, it, I think, did that.
Yeah.
And okay, yeah, you press R while you're not, like, swinging your thing.
Of course, playing tennis itself is hard enough.
Yeah. So, you know, the banana peel, it fires the banana peel along with your shot, and then it lands wherever the ball lands. The red shell is a Mario Kart red shell. It goes after your opponent, and I guess stuns them if it hits? I saw you picked up a mushroom. I assume that's going to be
It
something
makes
to let
you
move
run fast. I don't know what a star's going to do in this case.
We'll find out what that does. Well, it's still there. It doesn't make you invulnerable to being hit by the ball. I don't know. Maybe it, like, makes all of your shots more powerful. Like, maybe your shot will always be powerful even if you hit it wrong or something. Green shell just fired 3 green shells forward. It seemed. Aw, I wanted to see what happened when I got it. Just completely missing each other.
Again,
I have
playing
no
tennis
real...
is so hard on this wacky stage.
Yeah,
that
and I
can't...
don't really have much experience playing on the opposite side of the court area, just because I would always switch the camera when I was playing to not have to do this, because it is so terrible. Yeah, okay, the shell, like, made me hop slightly?
I guess it kind of... You got hit or something?
Yeah.
I don't...
Anyway, this is the thing that they have. It's what if Mario Kart tennis. It's an idea. It's kind of an interesting idea. If this was a better game, I could imagine it being kind of nifty to play. But
Yeah.
it's still tennis.
It also hurts to be on this wacky stage.
Yeah, the fact that it's wobbling back and forth, it's on the chains like that, that is just... That throws it off. You know, and you don't have the option to pick the stage for this mode. It's always the Bowser stage. So, this is tennis. I noticed the mushroom seems to have lasted between shots. Like, I still have the mushroom effect going on. I can see the glowing. Oh, slip on a banana. It made me tumble.
I don't know how to do a better serve.
Yeah, the way to do a serve better is, first off with timing. If you hit the serve at the height of it, it will go better. You also use the stick to aim your shot. Wherever your stick is aiming when you hit the ball, that is the direction that the ball will go in. You get a better serve, sort of, if you press both buttons when you hit it. Like, it's a trickier serve to do, but it's... Gets like it can be more powerful. I don't know why I didn't hit the ball there. Once again, despite having gone through 196 tournaments of this game, I still encounter unexpected things where it's just like, why did this happen? I don't know. And like, yeah, the items aren't really doing much.
Not
Because,
really.
maybe if we were both really good at the game at tennis, then it would mean something, but, like, most of the things, they don't really affect, like, I don't know.
It's kind of bad.
Again, it's an interesting idea, but it's on top of tennis, which is not a game, it's divine punishment, as I've said. So, that was the two modes that we could do with two-player. Aside from Exhibition, which is literally just free play. I do want to just quickly show off, though, that, the difficulty selection, that, you have to unlock max difficulty. That was why I did all of the tournaments in the Star Tournaments.
Okay.
Is because you unlock the new difficulty of...
But you're not going to do the new difficulty.
I am not going to play that, no, fuck that. Because that's just, it's the difficulty that they're on when you're in the last match of the last tournament of the Star
Just
Tournaments.
always.
So that's a thing there. There is the Piranha Challenge. This is an interesting mode, and I am going to actually go to some pre-existing footage for this, so let's switch over to that real quick. Okay, so in the Piranha Challenge, you've got these 3 piranha plants that are basically like, they're automatic serving machines. They serve balls at you, and you need to hit the ball, and your goal is to get all of the balls past your opponent there, your computer-controlled opponent. There's 50 balls that they fire. It's randomized which one fires and what kind of shots they do. And if you get a perfect 50, it unlocks one of the courts. I don't remember which. Sidebar will tell us. But, that's what this game mode is. It's basically serving practice. Or practice at receiving serves, rather.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like the AI even tries.
That's because this was the one winning run that I did where I tried a lot of different things with different characters, because every character, whatever character you pick, the computer opponent will be that character's default doubles partner.
Okay.
So, certain characters are a lot harder to get the ball past, like if Waluigi is your opponent there. He's got his big long arms, and he's really hard to get past. Boo is not a very good,
Tennis player.
tennis player up front, especially. And that's how they always do, is they get up front. So, you can just get off to the sides. Any shot you hit off to the sides, the Boo will not really be able to get at.
Again, it looks like he's not even trying.
Yeah, but, any shot that the opponent hits, it doesn't count. Any shot that goes out of bounds doesn't count. It has to land in bounds on the opponent's side, and then you get the score count, and that's that. And you get the perfect 50 for an unlock, and that's Piranha Challenge mode.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that's basically everything for the game.
For now.
For now! Because, again, we haven't done any of the transfer content yet. And just while we're talking about this, go through and look at all of our trophies for all of our characters.
Because transfer content doesn't exist yet.
Because, so here's the thing. The Game Boy Color game came out several months after the N64 game, and 2 other games came out in the interim. So for golf, I decided to do the transfer stuff immediately just because I could grind up my Game Boy Color golf character by doing, like, the birdie badge stuff in golf.
Right.
But in this game, you have to do everything with specific characters. I had to clear every tournament with all of the characters, so that wasn't something that I could do with the transfer characters to grind and level them up. So I figure I'm going to wait until we actually reach the Game Boy Color tennis game to do all of the transfer stuff. We'll make all of those characters, transfer them over here. They'll do all of the tournaments in this game, then transfer them back to the Game Boy Color game. We'll go through that. And then after we go through that, we'll come back here to see all of the unlocked courts that you get from transfer content, because you unlock courts by doing things in the Game Boy Color game and transferring back over here.
Uh-huh.
So, we're not done with this game, but we're done for now. And we'll be coming back later.
Tennis.
But, yeah, that's gonna be it for now.
What are we doing as a brief reprieve from tennis?
As a brief reprieve from tennis, we actually have some really nice stuff coming in. The main thing right now, immediately, next up, things are gonna get a little bit flatter. Because our next game is Paper Mario.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good one that I know we've both been really looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm really glad to be getting out of tennis and moving into that for now. But, yeah, that's... And, after that, we're going to be finishing off the Mario Artist series with Polygon Studio.
Ooh.
So, 2 real strong titles coming up. Paper Mario is going to be a while, so it's going to be a pretty long reprieve from tennis. And then we're going to come back to tennis. But it'll be okay, because it'll be the Game Boy one. Then that should be better, hopefully. Because it'll be the weird sports RPG. Weird thing.
It's okay. Tennis isn't real and it can't hurt you.
So please come back tomorrow. I know you probably have not been here for the last month, because why would anyone watch the last month of videos that I've put out? I wouldn't. I wish I didn't have to, but I did to edit. So tomorrow, Paper Mario. That'll be good. It's not tennis. If you enjoy, please like, subscribe, tell your friends that we're not playing tennis for a while. And we have lots of other non-tennis videos prior to the tennis. We've done a lot of stuff that it'd be nice to look at.
Look at this one over
This
here.
one here. This is a good one. So thanks and bye and
tennis.
I'm so glad to be getting away from tennis for a bit.